Good afternoon. My name is Scott Rutledge, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Lab.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人赵冰晶，在纽约向您问好。周三美股涨跌不一，距离特朗普正式获任还有不到48个小时的时间。而在经济数据方面呢，今天美国公布的12月份的 CPI 数据同比增长2.1%，创下了2年半以来的最高值。在纽约时间下午2点，联储发布了经济状况褐皮书。美联储主席耶伦表示，美国经济正在朝着目标的方向前进，美联储有动力正在缩减超宽松的货币政策。而在板块方面呢，今天零售板块下跌的幅度较重，同时呢，投资人正在关注将会于盘后公布的 Netflix 财报。好的，下面进入今天的焦源采访。Scott, U.S. stocks traded mixed as investors are having a second thought about Trump's economic plans. Will we have more selling pressure before the inauguration day?
Well, I wouldn't quite say we have selling pressure. We just haven't done anything for 4 or 5 weeks after a big move post-election. So a lot of people say we could be stalling, but it could also be digesting. Look at the size of the move we've had in the S&P cash since Trump was elected. If you look here, this was the descending trend line that was taken out when President Trump took office, or whatever, President-elect. Then it held here. So from 2160 to almost 2280, that's a big move. It needs consolidation. So at this point, you could draw a trend line. As long as this trend line stays intact, I think that this move is healthy. You could draw a line right here. Stay in your stocks unless we take out and close below 2254. And if we just consolidated for 6 weeks or so, and that's enough time, perhaps if they can't sell the inauguration like a lot of people are saying, that could cause another rally to take us above 2280 and get us north of 2300. So right now, the range is tight. This is support. In order to be very bearish, we need to close below this for maybe downside. But it was kind of constructive that, if my gut would tell me which way I had to lean if I was going away for vacation for 4 days, I think it's to the upside.
Well, the run-up in financials has been big, and Goldman Sachs is the leader in that. What do you think the earnings of the banks? Do you have more momentum in the financials?
Well, momentum was taken away, so now you have a pullback. The question is where to buy in that pullback, and I think right around here is pretty close. The banks were on their highs, so no matter what they reported, they were going to try and sell them, and they did sell them on Friday. They sold Bank of America, they sold JP Morgan, they sold Morgan yesterday. They had a hard time selling Goldman today. So to me, I think pretty healthy. You look at the Bank of America chart, right? So all in all, this is when it broke out. And then now you have a sideways consolidation that's still hanging around. So if you want to be long Bank of America, be long versus this. This is your out, 2177. And then at some point, maybe it goes back to the upper end of the range, but it's going to take time. Look at the size of the move. JP Morgan also, best in breed. I would watch that one. Okay, that one did what we call a red dog reversal. What's a red dog reversal? Well, here at the high end of the range on earnings, it couldn't break out. So this was your sell signal. That was closer to 87. Then now down here, we went below a prior low, came back above, and now you could be long versus slow as a new point of reference. And now maybe this is your new range for a while. Stock just had a big move. So at this point, I don't think this is unhealthy. I think this is refreshing a certain move to maybe get higher, but it's going to take a little bit of time.
Well, Nasdaq was flat today, but after the bell, Netflix is on fire. Netflix beats the earnings again. Investors expect Netflix to report earnings of 13%, but it beats 2%. What is your ratings on that report?
Well, the market's telling you right now that you're getting some follow-through. This has been the strongest high-beta tech stock so far this year. Why is it the strongest? Because it's at all-time highs. When you're at all-time highs, that means anyone who ever bought Netflix over the course of the last decade or more is in the money. So somebody might have known something, because technically the stock was what? Above the 8-day, above the 21-day, above the 50-day, and then when they reported, it took out this pivot. So this is your pivot. If you're fast trading after hours, that's your buy price, 135.40. If you want to look at the macro chart on why this was so set up, because look at the accumulation phase. Okay, you had this almost big cup, okay, with a move above this prior resistance. So that's a lot of people betting on higher prices, and you know what? They delivered. At this point, would I be buying 144, 145? No, I'd be taking some profits and wait. If you're not long Netflix, I would wait to see what kind of happens on do we gap up and do they sell it, or does it gap up and hold? At this point, anyone who's been in Netflix for this entire move or trading this trend just got rewarded, and it'll be good to see. Maybe that'll help, Amazon, because Amazon, I do think at some point after earnings, it's going to take out this high. It looks really good. It cleared this descending trend line and holding in really well. And then, you have BABA next week. I think BABA at this point, real quickly before we get going, broke this descending trend line. It's flagging real nicely. And I do think that the trend here has changed. And at some point, this BABA could work its way back to highs. You could be long versus 95. It's tight for potentially additional gains.
Okay, that's what we have today. We're looking forward to see if Netflix could bring Nasdaq to the new all-time high.
Well, we've made, 6, 7 new all-time highs in the last 8, 9 sessions. We'll see what happens, but it's good to have some growth back. It's good to see stocks at all-time highs. And right now, the ranges are tight. You have your levels. Look at the price action. Turn down the TV sets.
好的，以上呢就是今天节目的全部内容，我们明天再见。